Is the young lady from Europe still with you? The question comes from Agent Gideon, one of Adrian's colleagues. The man has stopped by to invite them to one of the upcoming evenings with fellow officers. And Grethe, ever the gracious hostess, couldn't help but offer him a drink. When Gideon asks about Annika, Grethe grows anxious. Adrian stays calm and replies that yes, Miss Uys is still their welcome guest. A long stay? Gideon insinuates. My wife's friend is Afrikaner, Adrian replies. She's not on vacation. She's come home. Why did she leave South Africa? And why did she decide to return? Grethe steps in to support her husband. South Africa is a wonderful place to start a new life. Don't you think, Gideon? A skilled conversationalist, Grethe makes an effort to steer the conversation back to lighter tones. Buoyed by his wife's support, Adrian pours more brandy into his colleague's glass and, with the same ease, explains. Because of her father's health, Annika's family moved to Switzerland. But they didn't choose just any place. They were determined to live in Clarence, final earthly home of our Kruger. Adrian hopes that invoking the founding father might put a nationalist like Gideon in a more agreeable mood. Annika's parents have passed away, Adrian continues, aiming to kill his colleague's curiosity with boredom. The girl has no relatives other than her paternal uncles. In Natal, she returned to South Africa because she was left alone. Johannesburg is far from Natal, Gideon remarks with a smirk. For a sadist like him, a touch of interrogation is a necessary ingredient, even in friendly chats. Adrian holds his ground. He's a policeman too.
He knows how to stay cool when needed.
Plus, it helps that he's telling the truth. You see, Gideon, Miss Uys didn't inherit billions. Our guest needs to earn a living. And it's easier to find a job here in Johannesburg than in Natal. Among the peaks of the Drakensberg, wouldn't you say? Not to mention she and Grethe are childhood friends. In that case, it would be nice to invite her out with us one evening. Hey, look who just walked in! Speak of the devil and... Annika walks in just at that moment. Miss, we were just talking about you, Gideon exclaims. We were thinking of including you in our circle one of these evenings. For a bit of company. Annika knows full well the grim faces Grethe and Adrian wear after those gatherings. Nor has she forgotten the blood on her skirt and Grethe's unsettling confessions on the beach in Port Elizabeth. But she's starting to learn that in this corner of the world, you don't get to choose your private life. When I come home from work, I'm tired, she says. I just want to eat something, take a hot shower, and crawl into bed with a book. Gideon retreats in orderly fashion, slightly offended. Annika would like to slip away to her room, but she knows she needs to help her friends entertain the guest. Grethe asks if she'd like an aperitif, and she agrees. Thank goodness she came home at a reasonable hour that evening. Otherwise, she would have faced a barrage of prying questions. In fact, it's been several days now that she's been coming home at normal hours. She hasn't seen Ray again. She came back from Pretoria a week ago, but he hasn't shown up, and she doesn't know what to think. They shared a kiss. A kiss can mean everything or nothing.
Place called home, but maybe home was never here at all.